Hello, and what is going on, you guys? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. Welcome back to Gran Turismo 7 part number 23. From the last video in part number 22 in driving mission at the Rolling Stone, turns out different challenges, including drag race, turns out to become incredible and step up with the high efforts whenever you're gonna have to take a lot of chances to get the goal in 8 different set of driving missions, including the one lap magic with Mazda Road Cars, including the 787B at Trial Mountain. So let's go back to the GT Cafe for doing number 22 in the collection. We'll be continuing on after Asia-Oceania Championship to have a BMW M3 Coupe 2003 is now acquired to be in the main collection. Let's open up in the menu book, and we have 3 different versions of the BMW M3 in year models. So we have the Sport Evolution 1989 as the Beamer, 2003 and 2007 is now needs to be acquired and registered into the car index. So luckily, I also have 2 versions of the BMW M3 as a 1989 to be labeled in Sport Evolution, because this car is a very good popular choice to be nicknamed as the Beamer. So let's go and take on for the European FR Challenge 550, since I have preparation for some parts will be installed. For this menu, I like you to collect cars made by the German manufacturer BMW. Specifically, you'll be collecting the M series of high performance sports cars. Come back to the cafe once you collect all 3 cars and you'll get a reward. Alright, looks like roulette ticket is now next for the reward, and here I come. Let's go collect 3 different M3 versions of BMW. Is a very good masterful achieve opportunity. Masterful opportunity is also to be well capital to have 3 kinds of versions of BMW. The M series is also to be very popular to be as a 3rd version. But anyway, luckily the 2003 M3 is now currently used that I'm about to pick. Let's go take on in the European FR Challenge 550 to be in European racing tracks. Highlighted in the compass for recommendation. So let's see. There's going to be some good available circuits to be on Red Bull Ring and Dragon Trail, depends on which kinds of racing circuits. So there's the 2003 M3 that I already collect. Now let's go to Red Bull Ring to take the first event to get the black version of the Beamer. But of course that people may call the BMW M3 1989 as the Beamer. Very good popular from any other racing games such as Need for Speed. So just gonna have to check a good look on the detailed settings. So I got everything to be adjusted to be on suspension, LSD to be on the 2-way, full control computer, ballast power restrictor to be well equipped, close ratio on the high. Any kinds of different parts is already installed to be at the maximum performance level by over 550. 581.57 pp is good to go. Now let's choose specifically to use any kinds of European cars in the FR layout. We'll take the challenge. I'm so very pumped up to get back on board to do some continuation in the GT campaign. But also to have one last reminder notice, since I have uploaded from the April 2022 update. 3 new cars by having 2 Subaru BRCS with a road version and a GT300 race car along with a Suzuki Cappuccino is very well to be having another lightweight K car ever since from Gran Turismo 6. Looks like it's pouring rain out there in Red Bull Ring to take the first event. So we have Lopez for the interaction. I finally got my hands on my dream car, a BMW M4. You can bet that I'm going to race it. Incidentally, it's looking cloudy out there today. I hope it doesn't start raining. If it does, you need to be extra careful with everything you do. Crystal clear, Lopez. I'll make sure driving on sports tire is a #1 challenging risk to be well driven since the International B license. But somehow, I should rather might need to have 2 types of racing ring tires to be well used during the first round of this event. Let's go take the rolling start to have 3 laps and get the 3rd place or higher on the Beamer. Let's go, and reached up on to turn 1. Okay, looks like we got some good opponents. We'll be outfitted with some custom parts. Sounds like my kind of a favorite jam. M3 has been overtake. There's the Beamer, followed by the 3.0 CSL 1973. Alright, looks like things are about to get normal out there. Gonna keep my eyes out on the wetter surface on the track. It's getting a little bit drizzle out there. Gonna have to keep going. For this part of the event, this features BMW is now participate at Red Bull Ring in race number 1. So much excited out there to have some ordinary road cars to be part in the same manufacturer brand. Talk about having a 1-make race with different model version in the same brand is going to be doing much awesome this time, folks. But clearly, if there might be some other kinds of European car brands to be in the FR layout. So let's keep our eyes peeled. Just gonna have to see how different drivers is now currently to have a different BMW road cars to step things up a bit. Moving on in 5th place. Let's hit the brakes and coming in. And here's Rubalar from Chile is now currently in 4th place. Take the last turn. Keep it up. Push up forward to be on the acceleration on the hard RPM. There you go. That's the ticket. Now, I'm about to catch up on to see Lopez in the lead with the BMW M4 that he is currently using. Full speed up ahead and kick it up for only 4.7 seconds remaining on the gap. Right turn coming in. Looks like the rain surface is going to get much medium out there. Windshield wipers already turns on. But man, I'm so very close to have a good rarity chance to have a BMW M4, so I could probably have to take on C. Lopez before at the start of the video. But don't worry. I'm always going to have to stick with the BMW M3 that I just picked by having a good price overall bonus. That will be a 3rd version will be take on with the M4 to be in the same car with the same brand. Now let's do this. A one-on-one showdown between the M3 versus the M4 will be moved forward to be on the halfway point in lap number 2. There's no need to have turbocharge and supercharge at this moment. It's all about having some ordinary parts will be installed as well. That's more like it. 1st place, here I come, and move forward on to lap number 3. I hope my driving skill won't lose any grip because the rain surface is going to get much increased to be at a slow percentage. Almost in about 50% until climbing up. Fastest lap I took, 1 minute and 50.271 seconds. Gonna have to go correctly in. Switched up onto the third gear to enter in the straightaway at the curb. Now let's switch up onto the weather radar when I'm in first place. Dry surface might be doing okay, but also to have a little bit much less rain on the surface. I'll have to keep it steady. That BMW M3 barely know what it's doing. Alright, keep it together, old pal. Dropping on the rain is a #1 correction. If I could probably have to get another beamer with a different color. Let's press on, and going in by having a lane of the wet surface. Stay on track. Make my way onto the final turn. Last stretch I go, and first place to be on the podium without no drama in the rain. That's one down, 2 more to go in the European FR Challenge. So proud out there whenever I did my best, folks, but it was a lot of good, respectful racing moment to be in the rain. Fastest lap time in lap number 2 for only 1 minute and 50.271 seconds in the total time of 3 minutes and 35.888 seconds. Absolutely job well done, and a BMW proudsmanship is doing a good moment to be in the manufacturer's event. But of course, this part of the event is featured to have all kinds of different year models of BMW, is giving a good successful party moment. Already checked and acquired to be specified in the menu book. And here it is. Collector level up to 24. That's the spirit. Now I have 3 different versions of the BMW M3 1989 to have 1 standard and 2 sport evolution. So now the replay option is also to be well featured to be in this update. So I hope I can probably have a captured thumbnail like this. Very good. Closer than ever to have a tuned version of the same car. Replay save, and that means today is April 28th. April 29 is going to be tomorrow, which is Friday, for the start of the Manufacturer's Cup. Now, let's see. Just going to have to move forward on to race number 2 in the European FR Challenge 550. So, specifically to be regulated to have some FR layout cars made from Europe, we'll be needed to have a United Kingdom, France, Italy, or Austria. Well, eventually Austria does not have any FR cars because they already have the KTM Expo R to be labeled as a mid-engine layout. But I'll have to keep using for the BMW M3 2003 will be currently to be used in the main part of the full segment in this video. But looks like it's time for me to get another M3 to be added up onto the garage and acquired to be specified in the menu book. Okay, Rubelar has something else to say in the interaction before race number 2 will get started. The IB8 license test takes place at Dragon Trail Gardens. My time on it is pretty good, if I do say so myself. Yep, that's how the consecutive corners is all about doing the right handling to keep a good pressure on the throttle. Let's go and take this good excellent course in the Gardens layout, viewers. 3 laps as always to take the green. But it's a bright and sunny day, and mostly to have a good clear weather time without having a rain. Let's go overtake on the C8 BMW 2001. This car, before I'm about to go overtake, is the 2007 BMW M3 after race number 2. Let's go keep on racing and go apply overtake at the lineup. So if any depends on each type of the license plate from GT Auto will be specified to be used in US/Japan or European version. But it might be quite possible to be well outfitted with some Gran Turismo license plate on any kinds of different road car to be specified for any kinds of different events. Just gonna have to take that turn to proceed. Keep up onto the yellow highlight to have an excellent turn. Keep pushing forwards. And here comes the consecutive corners from International B license in one of the exam. Keep it on hold. I know this technique is giving me my best efforts when any cars are in the way. Solid fine work, and take the blind corner at the final turn. Coque Lopez is in 3rd place, followed by N. Rubaltar in the BMW M3 Sport Evolution that he's been currently used. Alright, lap number 2, here I go. Oof. That was a close call. Turn 1 might be necessary to be well avoided. Okay, looks like the M4 2014 is in 2nd place. Okay, the analog stick might be sticking up by having a little bit active motion. Okay, looks like 1st place, here I go with no any custom parts installed. Now, let's see how the front bumper is doing. Okay. No scratches. I'll make sure I'll keep that in mind as always for myself to have an ordinary competition race to be in the regular. Especially for the FIA Gran Turismo Championship in the Nations Cup and Manufacturers Cup to try to do things correctly. But good news, because Test Season 3 also to have 3 rounds to be on any kinds of scheduled date. We'll be going in to be participate to have some specified vehicles, including Group 4 and Group 3 class. 2 minutes by a decimal of 46 seconds in lap number 2. Time to go and beat my previous fastest lap time. Full speed ahead. Alright folks, final lap, here I go. Let's take on and achieve a very good technique racing exercise in Dragon Trail Gardens for only one BMW M3 will go correctly to have a good fastest lap time to be well achieved. But good thing I just barely took 1 minute and 54.1 seconds is also to be updated to be well faster to achieve. Sector 1 clear, just gonna have to take the hairpin before entered by having a braking spot. Okay, correction is doing well out there, viewers. Let's break it down and switch back onto the interior view for doing some main topic about BMWs. Some other kinds of BMW models is also to be well featured to be specified to be part in the competition. If anything possible, just gonna have to choose any kinds of different European road cars in the FR layout. With the exception of any kinds of different drivetrains to be well used, except the mid-engine to be well needed, but only in this part of this track to be specifically to be in the MR Challenge. But hopefully, if I could probably have to get the KTM Expo R will be needed if I could probably have enough currency credits. But I'll make sure to get back to do some farming after this before tomorrow we'll be doing a different day. Gonna have to take a good, excellent straightaway I go. Finish line and doing a #1 spot to be in race #2. Now for having a 1 sip of fresh water. Well, that hit the spot. Sounds like I just got a little bit much better to have myself under control. Total time in 5 minutes and 46.429 seconds in lap #3 to be achieved. 1 minute and 52.283 seconds. Good BMW race, you guys. Good BMW race in the second run. Alright. Prize money to be earned by 37,500 credits to be added up to be going clean race by 50% plus. We're almost there, folks. My daily workout is about to get complete in about under an hour left. And also to be having a same color that I have currently used will be specified in the menu book. Good work, and currently to be progressive to be on collector level 24. Now let's see how I could probably have to do a replay for doing a best thumbnail moment. Let's wait for the magic for having a good front view. Almost good enough. Let me have a save replay for the memory. Alright. So any kinds of European car brands in the FR layout, just like Aston Martin, Ferrari, or any kinds of European manufacturer brands will be eligible to take part. So looks like it's about to be ready to go for the final race in the European FR Challenge 550. We're heading up to the Nürburgring, home of the famous racetrack to be nicknamed the Green Hell, to be on the Notionnais Ilpe and its Grand Prix racing circuit. So we're about to be going in onto the Grand Prix track. Race #3 to have the final round to get the 2007 BMW M3 will be, as always, to be on the prize money. So let's go and take on in the Grand Prix layout at the Nürburgring. I'm so very happy about doing number 22 for the collection, since I have the Sport Evolution is the first one that I have brought from the used car dealership to be registered into the car index. One of the required cars can also be obtained at the end of the Asia-Oceania Championship to have one specifically by the choice. But I can't wait for car collection number 23 to get 3 kinds of Alfa Romeo after the video ends. Alright, Rubalar is here for the interaction before the final race begins. I'm crazy about the history and sound of this compact 1989 E30 M3. It's a bit old, but I'm sure that with me behind the wheel, it would run at the top of the order. I intend to make the most of its lightweight body and give it my very best. Do your best out there, Rubalar. Your E30 BMW M3 could probably have to take a lot of good perfection to do a good #2 spot to be in the top 3. Let's go and take on for today's weather forecast in the Nürburgring is partly cloudy. Let's take turn 1, move on into turn 2. Okay, I did my best out there to have 2 events. but accordingly to see how car number 3 to be reward to be received to be part of the full segment. Just gonna have to see how driving skill is all about experiencing with the BMW Road Car models is gonna be doing some practice work. Gonna have to keep my driving stance to be well in condition. (2003) BMW M3 is overtake. Now for the tuned version of the BMW M4. So heads up, driving technique is gonna have to be prepared yourself ever since from the driving test from Gran Turismo 5. And here I go. Next sector will be on the roll. This part of the corner layout on this track is very hard for all of us, but practice makes perfect whenever we have to do some perfection on circuit experience until we might have to be prepared for some next menu book after Alfa Romeo. 3 more cars to go. Looks like Coque Lopez and Rubalar is now currently in the 2nd and 3rd place. Gonna have to make my way and go overtake. Alright, 3rd place I'm in. Now for the final turn to be moved forward at the end of the 1st lap. Let's pull forward on the throttle and take the right side. That's the ticket. Now, here comes the final lap, will be on the way. Piece of cake and doing incredible to have some installed parts for doing some quick preparation before the start of the video. But of course, I'm just always gonna have to do much specifically to see this part of the commentary to do some topic about BMW. Just gonna have to stay on top in the lead, move forward to be in the podium, mastered every corners in the Grand Prix track of the Nürburgring. Okay, keep a good steady pace. Gonna keep my eyes checked if I could probably see some raindrops. How am I doing, folks? It was doing great. No drama at the Nürburgring. Just gonna have to drive smoothly to take a good, brilliant lead. Now, let's try this again to have this part of the corner. So I could probably pretend that I'm in GT5 to be in the license test. Alright, looks like just finally made a good clear pass. And clearly to have a perfection corner, we'll have to step things up a bit. But we always gonna have to drive hard until we might have to do a good effort to be on a high goal rating. Now let's go and take the chicane for only one more time. Take the inside apex. Awesome run, and here comes the inside to take the final stretch. Full throttle and reached up onto the checker flag, is now 1st place. No livery, no custom parts, just having an ordinary road car with installed parts to take the podium. Now that's BMW competition, folks. Excellent, wonderful event in the FR Challenge to be in the European edition. 2 minutes and 20.204 seconds in lap number 2 at the fastest, with a total time in 4 minutes and 42.847 seconds. I'm so very hyped about having this part of this event. Is a piece of cake, is doing a best moment. Alright, looks like it's gonna get closer to be on the driving marathon complete. And here it is. The 2007 BMW M3 Coupe is now acquired in the specified menu book and registered onto the car index. 25% complete, 75% remaining in car collector level 4. One more replay to have the best parts. Just gonna have to press X and putting up the best spotlight to be captured thumbnail. Alright, there you go. One more replay to be on this part segment. And let's go exit out and head back to the GT Cafe to have a good snapshot with 3 different versions of the BMW M3. It was a lot of fun out there after taking part in 3 European racing tracks. So I'm glad that this photo op background is going to be a perfect place to have a wonderful place at the Nürburgring. Collection BMW M3 complete. That's how the M3 models takes on to have a cruising parade at the Nürburgring to be in a 1-lap course. Congratulations! You got all 3 cars. This completes your BMW M3 collection. Once you collect your rewards, I got some stories to tell you about these cars. Sweet! Another 3-star roulette ticket. Alright, looks like Chris is here before putting up the appraiser about the BMW M3. If you're seeking thrills that only a German GT car can offer, then the BMW M3 is for you. This E46 M3 came powered by a mighty S54B inline 6. This engine delivered high revs and a power output that was simply out of this world. It is without a doubt an icon among icons. The E46 also exhibited the exceptional FR handling that drivers have come to expect in BMW cars. Indeed, more and more people will be singing its praises in the years to come. You'll see. Amazing. Wonderful appraiser from Chris, you guys. Now, the BMW M3 collection that Luca will have something to say. I'm so very good about this picture background at the Nürburgring is so remarkable. I hope this cutscene is going to be doing much brilliant to see what the appraisal. BMW is a manufacturer that has been great success in touring races, where the race cars are based on production models. At first, BMW's in-house sports division ran the company's motorsports activities. Then, in 1972, it set up a subsidiary company called BMW Motorsport. The new company's technical department developed engines for formula machines as well as touring cars. In 1993, its name was changed into BMW M, which is still used today. The amazing cars you see here are all production models developed by BMW M. Even among the rest of BMW's retail lineup, these stand out as being especially powerful and popular models. The first generation BMW M3, which made its debut in 1985, was the base model for the company's touring car. Designed from the ground up as though it were a race car, it remains a legend among M3s to this day. Have you ever seen this kind of a background cutscene to have 3 BMW M3? But you may ever guess it, this kind of the background is also to be seen from Gran Turismo 6. Alright, looks like number 22 complete, and that makes menu book number 23 for the next video to have 3 kinds of Alfa Romeo cars will be part of it to have the next event to take place in European Clubman Cup 600. Awesome. Very awesome and doing well endorsement to have 3 kinds of specific BMW M3 models to be well made by the BMW M. But I can't wait to have all kinds of different Alfa Romeo cars, including the Mito 1.4 T-Sport 2009 is now already registered into the car index, as you may ever seen some early to have a required livery to have one of my Total Drama World Tour livery is the Team Victory livery. But now, this might have the perfect time for this part of the segment video. We'll have to go for another round in the roulette ticket. So let's open up and use the gift. So let's see which prize should I get. I bet it's gonna be another Mazda Roadster touring car. Maybe not. A racing exhaust muffler is now compatible on the Corvette CR1 C6 2009. I could probably take it. Just the part I need for my Corvette. Now let's check on the car collection. Select new. And here is the BMW M3 2007. Based on the E92 3 Series Coupe, this 4th generation M3 featured a 414 horsepower V8. Very impressive to have a nice engine in the 2007 M3. Now specifically to have different versions of the M3 and its sport evolution in the 1989 model. So let's check the details on the index. A virtual race car for the street. This homologation model once claimed victory in the DTM. Solid fine work to have a regular beamer. And this one is a highly modified homologation version of the E33 series, serves as the small hint of what was to come from BMW. I kinda like it. These kind of 2 Beamers in the 1989 model is also to be well featured in Gran Turismo 7. But as you may ever remembered about the sport evolution from March 2018 update. But of course, the Beamer is everyone's popular car in the BMW brand. So now, looks like it's time to get ready to wrap this up before my free time is about to go on in about 30 seconds before midnight. Thank you for enjoying watching the video on Gran Turismo 7, you guys. I hope you enjoyed. Just go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, and click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. I'll be seeing you guys next time for continue on in Gran Turismo 7, and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.